If you're being outranked by your competition, that's bad for business. Not only are those businesses showing up higher than you on Google, but they're also stealing your business. So wouldn't it be nice if we could steal their moves and use that to our advantage? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to be breaking down exactly what people have been reaching out to me for recently, as well as some recent changes to your Google business profile in Q1 of 2025. So whether you follow local SEO news every week or you're just jumping in, this video is going to be massively helpful for you. So let's get started with the first thing that can help you outrank your competition, and that's showing up. I have gotten countless emails, contact form submissions, and even phone calls on the way home in my car asking the same question. How do I get my GBP video verification to go through, Sam? Here's the thing. If you don't pass video verification, your GBP will not be public, so I can guarantee you're not outranking your competitors. Now, I'll keep this short for my friends that do have their GBP public. Here are the things that you need to look out for. Number one, Google has to be able to verify your actual location. If you have a physical location or a home-based business, try to show the street signs at the very start of the video, as well as the numbers on your physical address. And then when you go into the building, unlock the door. That's a massively important step that people keep forgetting. Also, towards the end of your video, you're going to want to show proof of ownership, and you can do this by unlocking one of your vehicles. And if you don't have tools or something like that, another thing you can do is just show them your EIN letter if you're in the US. You could also potentially log into a payment processor. Obviously, be careful with what you show them. And if you really get stuck, check out this video where I walk through exactly how to do a GBP video verification video. It still works today. All right, the second way to get the upper hand on your competitors in GBP land is to use these things called GBP Posts. Well, they're actually called updates, but everybody calls them posts. By the way, in case you don't know what a GBP is, it stands for Google Business Profile. It's the thing that shows up in the map right here. Massively important to get this to show up as high as possible. So here's what the back end of your GBP looks like. You want to see a green circle of happiness here. If you don't, well, then make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we'll help you out with that. And what you want to do is you want to click this Add Update button. And it's super easy. You can click Add Update and you can add an image as well as a description and a button. What should you do with this? We had a really fascinating case study last year where we worked with a client, but we only worked on their GBP. Of course, we made sure it was set up right, optimized, and then we started to do GBP Posts. And that's about it. The client didn't get a ton of reviews, but what we saw is that they started to show up in the map pack. Remember, that's the top 3 results in their area where they were located. That's massively helpful. And they said the phone started ringing after that. I usually recommend making these posts about your services. And I think that Google's AI is going to start showing this more and more as time goes on. So make sure you're writing these better and better. Make sure you're using a frontline model like Claude or a newer version of ChatGPT if you're writing posts. Here's a prompt I like to use with Claude to create GBP posts. Go ahead and get the copy from your website, paste it into Claude, and just let it do its thing. And then we'll go ahead and just copy this, bring it in here. And remember, you only get 1,500 characters. Sometimes it's helpful to do that. Make sure everything's formatted nice. I like to have this button go to a specific page on your website. And then we're going to utilize ChatGPT's new image generation to create basically a stock photo for us. I mean, honestly, not bad. Something we could have done to make it a little bit better is to tell it what our brand colors are, but I'm okay with it. The preferred dimensions are 1200 by 900, but a square is also okay. It would be better if it was square in the middle, but that's fine. And then just click post. How often should you do these posts? About once per week is probably the average that you should do. No more than 2 per week. And if you can only do a couple per month, that's also okay. But make sure you're doing these posts because it can help you outrank your competition. Now, this next tip's not going to help you outrank your competition, but it might help you close the deal. So if you click right here for edit profile, you get all these options right here. There's actually a new chat feature. And so you can do WhatsApp, you can do a text message. It's pretty cool. And by the way, that is my actual text number. Please don't call me. Please text me if you're going to try to reach out. But anyway, if you hit save, I want to show you what this looks like. So as you can see here, here's the result. If it was, say, a potential client, they get to my business and there's this chat button. So they can click that chat button. And what it does, it tries to open an app. I'm currently on incognito mode because I want it to look like everybody else. And that just opens my text app where you can see me sending text back and forth to myself to making sure that the new business number worked. And that's super cool because it can help with conversions. Remember, we talk a lot in SEO about ranking higher because that's really what SEO is about. But at the end of the day, if you're not closing deals, well, then what the heck are we doing, right? And there's a lot of belief that if you can get activity on your GBP, then that means that Google will be more likely to serve you up higher on the next search result. So maybe in an indirect way, that is helping your ranking. This is a new feature as of 2025. So make sure you add your WhatsApp number or a number that you're willing to text from and answer pretty promptly. All right, we're almost done. Only 2 more things to go. The next one is massively important. It's the 4th thing. You want to make sure you optimize your Google business profile. You want to go in here. You want to make sure your name is correct. You're not stuffing keywords unless you have a DBA like we do. Dropping a video right there. If you want to learn how to do that yourself, you want to make sure you get the right primary business categories. If I haven't run out of cards already, I'm going to link to our killer GBP video right here, which basically shows you how to steal the categories that your competitors are using, but be careful because Google's getting more strict about this. Description is not really a ranking factor, so just write for humans here. Make sure your service area is correct and you're keeping your hours updated, and fill out every attribute that you can. Make sure you have a cover photo and a logo. Go through and verify all of your services. Like right now, this brand identity one's popping up first, which isn't even anything that we do, although we are toying with the idea of bringing on branding. But anyway, that's not the first thing I want. I want local SEO to show up first. So I need to go through this list. You can add your bookings here. If you have a tool that you use for that, definitely add that, or you can just put your contact page. Be sure to check out this video where I break down the entire GBP optimization process. That video is kind of long, but it's totally needed if you want to try to outrank your competitors. So make sure you go and check out that video. And then the fifth thing that's massively important for outranking your competitors in the map pack is don't stop here. Okay, we're really just scraping the surface today. These are more of like the edge cases and some newer scenarios that you might not have heard of. So I just want to make sure that they were out there in a video. But here's the thing. If you really, really want to outrank 99% of your competitors, well, it's going to take more than your GBP. And so if you really want to learn how to do that, then go ahead and check out the video. It's going to pop up right here, and I'll see you in that one.